besties.
What's going on?
How are you?
It's Monday night. We back at it again.
We are. Welcome to Monday Night Besties.
They're everyone's favorite Monday night Raw post-show host, Amanda Savage, of course.
I mean, I don't think so. I think you're here for DC for sure, but thanks for letting me be on this side.
Nobody's here. You know what? They're here for the Monday Night Besties. They're here for both of us.
And we're here for the besties. The besties in the chat. Let us know.
Right.
I'll make sure I have the right button pushed so I can see. Yes, hello. I was thinking about you when I did my eyebrows today. I'm not gonna lie about that. He was in the chat, or they. I don't even know. Maybe it could be. It can be anyone. They were in the chat on Friday, and we're like, "Oh, your eyebrows are popping." And I realized, like in that moment, that I had used black, not dark brown. And so today I was like, not doing that again.
I seen you did the Friday show. So we've both done it. So one of the big advantages of that obviously is one less hour, right?
Yeah, the less hours. Yeah, that's good. But yeah, no, it was, it goes by. I think it goes by pretty quick.
It does.
I enjoy, okay, controversial opinion. I don't hate a 3-hour-long show. Mm-hmm. If I was watching it for funsies, like if I was back in the day life where I used to like leave my job at the hospital at 5 and I would like turn it on my phone and like listen to it in the car as we were driving home, like it didn't require, I mean, back in the day, Ross, so like maybe 5 to 6 years ago, it didn't require that much active attention. And so that 3 hours kind of didn't feel arduous. It was like, oh, I'm doing my thing. I'm making dinner. I'm living life. But now that it's a different tone where you're like, need to pay attention, right? If you look away, we'll get to it. We'll talk about that one shot, but that was really amazing. And like sort of a nice, like, oh, this is new and fresh and different. But yeah, if you're watching now, you can't just pop in and out. There are things that you'll miss.
That's right.
Something that we'll just talk about it now. Something that I think other people may have liked on Twitter, but I really liked was the transition between Sami Zayn leaving the ring, where his interaction with Gunther, and I'm not supposed to say the H, huh? It's Gunther, right? Gunther. Anyhow, please don't clip that. Do not clip that and do not
Somebody's
tag.
clipping it. Somebody's clipping it somewhere.
Usually I'm just joking. I'm saying clip it like, yeah, you can if you want, but that one, please don't. So Sami Zayn's leaving the ring and the camera, it really was like this nice one shot. The camera follows him into the back, through Gorilla, back into like kind of a hallway area. He goes through, and then the camera stays, and it's Awesome Truth. So it's R-Truth and The Miz talking to Regeneration X. Thank you. It's DIY, but they're Regeneration X.
Regeneration X.
So they're chatting and then going back out. Okay, so now it's time for Miz and Truth's entrance, but the camera stays the whole time. So it's again just a one shot. That I don't know who it was. Those wonderful camera people. It was just I think that would have felt really good to be able to have executed that. To pull it off was really cool because it was one shot. It was seamless through entrance with a wrap back around the ring. Like they're posing as they're getting in. It was just really cool. So that's my rant about film studies that I used to take in college so that I could meet boys. I knew what I was looking for. He wasn't in there, but I was always in some kind of film class scoping it out, you know. That was something like from a cinematography almost perspective, like a direction level, I thought was really cool. And shows the things changing, right? It's a different Raw. There's a different freshness about a lot of things. So
yeah, definitely one of my favorite parts tonight as well, Amanda. I know everybody was tweeting about it. Just fire, like production. Like I clearly like, and it just obviously what a lot of people probably like about it is it tells more of the story, right? It's showing, it's giving the audience a little bit more of a behind the scenes look. It's telling, you feel their energy, especially Sami walking out. Everybody, this is right after him talking to Chad Gable, who says, I know you can't beat Gunther. I know you can't beat him. Like, I respect you, but you can't beat him. And then Gunther's like, you don't even look like, I'm looking in your eyes. You don't believe you can beat me. And so like, it shows him storming out and just tells a whole nother story. And Awesome Truth, that entrance, and I mean, the Miz rapping or trying to rap, whatever he was. Definitely a great transition for Monday Night Raw tonight. I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, it was super fun. That was my most best of the night. We can talk about least best later. I don't know if I have a least best. That's the thing. I don't have very controversial opinions.
Yeah, tonight was actually a good night. Like there
wasn't
I
can't think of anything, honestly. The chat can let us know.
Usually I'll call some stuff out, but tonight was good.
Yeah, it was good. Let us know what your favorite of the night was, what was the best, what was the least best. Let us know. Send in the slam chats.
That's right. There you go. Yeah.
.net. Is it .net? Yeah, slam chats.
Slam.
Why am I looking down like it's not written anywhere?
like you got the notes written down.
It's The Rock. Like it's written on my arm.
We rely on you guys to support us, right? We're creators and we do this on our own free will. Yeah. And we got a lot of people here that work really hard for you. So slamchats.com, send those donations in, and we appreciate you because without you, we couldn't do this. So slamchats.com and support the people at BodySlam.
Thank you. Slamchats.com. We did it. Okay, yeah. That was the main event. It was good. It's good stuff. It was a wild night. There was a lot going on.
So just to quickly, kind of talk about Nia Jax, we can start there. Like, she's someone that has gotten a lot of hate, right? Like, I mean, literally the WWE universe helped, played a pivotal role in, her being let go from the company before. Yes, she was injuring people and, a couple people got hurt and she's out of the company for a while. But we have to admit, the second she has came back, this run that she has had coming back in WWE, this isn't the first banger that she's gave us, right? Like this list is just adding up now. Her match with Rhea was fire at Elimination Chamber. Like, she's just adding to the list. Liv Morgan. Like, these matches she's getting better and better. She's looking more comfortable in the ring. She's obviously slimming down. She looks great. I definitely have to give some kudos. And that match tonight, for me, it was the match of the night. There was another match that gave it a run for its money. I know we'll get into it. But, first of all, women's wrestling main event, WWE Raw, shout out to them once again, giving love and shining light on the women's division, a growing women's division, giving them that, main event feel. And Becky and Nia definitely did not let us down. Going through 3 tables. Yes. 3 different tables going through in the main event. Ooh. So shout out to them. A banger. And now Becky moves on and all her problems and feuds are in the past. So we're ready for WrestleMania. Pretty much the story of the night, right? It's filling in WrestleMania card.
I do think it's filling in, and we got to see that sort of triumphant moment where then Rhea's facing what feels like a whole Becky, right? Because part of the Becky story has been that she hasn't quite been whole until she can kind of complete these side quests on her way to the final boss. Not that final boss, but mommy boss. Hello. Right. The real boss of every home is mommy. So she goes to get into the Rhea Ripley comes out, they're in the ring together, and the show ended on, I would say, them having a pretty actually seemingly heated exchange. Not like I'm saying that I don't think that they dislike one another. It's not like that. Not like a behind the scenes thingy bobber. Right. That's not what I'm saying. I do think though that there is a clear fire within their feud. It's not solely based on mutual respect and sportsmanship. Sometimes it's not personal. And this feels like there's a personal undertone to it that we still have, what is it now, 19 days to flesh out.
That's it. It's coming. And you nailed it. You nailed it, Amanda, once again. Definitely a little bit more to this feud now, and you could feel it, and probably rightfully so, right? Because Becky, is the baby face in this situation, at least. I know Rhea Ripley was recently went babyface, but we end Raw with not Becky chance after just having the banger main event, but we end with mommy chance. That's how we end Monday Night Raw. And so like those little things, I'm sure no matter what, eat at Becky, right? Because she wants to deep down, I bet she does really believe like I'm the face of this company, I'm the top baby face. There's nobody better than me. And so I think there is a little bit there. You definitely felt it in that stare down. Definitely one of the top matches I cannot wait to see for WrestleMania. We finally get to put all this crazy feuds in the past with Becky Lynch. She can stop killing herself every week now and stay healthy. Stay healthy. That's the main part because we've got so many injuries. But definitely looking forward to this match. One of my most anticipated matches at Mania. Can't wait.
Yeah, looking forward to that one for sure. Another great match tonight that was very exciting. It didn't necessarily have the result that I wanted, but then at the end it kind of came together. Was a very repackaged Creed Brothers. So that's one of the articles that I wrote tonight.
Nice.
And I hilariously had said like, oh, they're new outfits. And it was like, no, like it was new music. It was new attire. It was a new graphic, like a different logo for them, like a new color scheme. It was a very refreshed, repackaged slightly, I would suppose. Creed Brothers taking on DIY, who I also constantly want to say DYI, so I understand how Michael Cole did it, because literally I always so DIY, who ended up winning the match, which was was exciting too, because they had another sort of direction shot that I thought was something that felt very timeless, that could like live on for quite some time. Was you have Ciampa, you have Gargano, they're in the ring, they're celebrating. The shot is like through the ring ropes to see them, but the Mania sign, but also you can see Michael Cole is standing and like making the call, like very clearly making eye contact with them while he's saying like, for the first time in their careers after 10 years, they're going to WrestleMania. It was just sort of like heartwarming. I have a strong attachment to everyone that I was like very into when I was pregnant. So for better or for worse, my list of faves is a kind of odd sort. It's a motley crew, I'll tell you, of a lot of stuff just based on who had content on YouTube that I watched at night when I was sick. Candace and Johnny are my favorites, not necessarily for their in-ring work, but because I just think they're like sweet, lovely people. So that was a really great moment. I felt like it was meaningful, and it's a career highlight and something that I think will be very fun. I don't know that they'll win that 6-pack challenge, but this moment right here was really nice. But the Creed brothers, let's go, right? Like I love them both. The very first like live thing I ever did, like I had done one interview with Tom talks rubbish. But the first live thing I ever did, I joined partway through, so I honestly don't know what the hell they were talking about before I was there. It could have been so offensive and horrible. I don't even know. So that was like maybe my first mistake. But I remember something I blurted out was Julius Creed could be the next John Cena. And like the three men that were on the show, like what? And I was like, yeah. But like I didn't have like a lot of meat to it. And I swear to you, now that he's on the main roster, every single time he comes out, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna age really well someday. You know, that I might have been onto something there.
Yeah.
They are both exceptionally athletic. I think they're exceptionally personable. And I like that they're kind of telling a little bit of their are they from Ohio? I think they said Ohio. It just felt like they have a nice, like, fun Midwestern origin story. They're real life brothers. It's like one of those things that just people love in professional wrestling. I love it, at least. What did you think about that match?
Yeah, so this was the match that I was talking about earlier that rivaled the main event. Almost match of the night. If it wasn't for Becky and Nia. I almost, The Rock and Cody got me almost ready to cuss on here. They got me thinking this isn't PG. But like, I was really upset with the outcome. I know a lot of people are DIY fans, but I thought the Creed brothers should have won that match. I thought it was perfect. I think that as a tag team, that if given that up, they could have shined and they would have came out as one of the top performers. They're not going to win, right? Which neither is DIY. Like whoever wins that match, neither one of them are going to win. So why not put the winner in the match that is going to be the most exciting, that is going to get the biggest crowd reaction and do crazy things? And you got these two young brothers. I was really pulling for the Creed brothers. You know, I don't have a secret vendetta against DIY. I just was really pulling for the younger, more exciting, more athletic tag team to fly off the ladders, because I'm looking at, you know, the other tag teams are going to be in it, and I'm like, who's going to be the exciting ones that are going to be jumping off stuff? Like,
this is true.
I'm like, I mean, we're just going to get some basic, I don't know. I was a little upset. That's just to summarize. I'm with you with the Creed brothers. I'm a big fan of them. And, you know, I'm really hoping that they eventually get their shot at the titles, because they're, first of all, a legit tag team, a real tag team, which a lot of these, like, all due respect, Awesome Truth is thrown together. Like let's, while we love them and love them as a team, it's like, this is a real tag team that is not in the match. So I was a little disappointed, but the match in itself, what rivaled the best match of the night. It was a banger. For a while, I actually thought my plan would come to fruition and the Creeds were going to win. It got so close, but once they missed I forget the move they call it, their special, the tag team special, when Brutus jumps off the top turnbuckle. I forget what this called, but once they missed that, Brutus Ball. Once they missed that, I knew it was over.
Yeah. Oh.
But definitely a banger.
So now that match has who in it? It's 6 total. Judgment Day is 1.
Yeah.
Awesome Truth is 1. Yeah. DIY, and then New Day won the last one.
Yeah.
And then over on SmackDown, they're doing brackets.
Yeah, theirs was more confusing.
Theirs was confusing.
Yeah.
But so I think it's between, right now, it's between Umberto.
Yeah.
I always forget which part of their name. To me,
they're just Legato.
Yeah, Legato. There we go. Legato del Fantasma and New Catch Republic. No Catch. Nope. No. Oh no. What is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates?
Yeah, Pete Dunne. Yeah.
Is it No Catch or New Catch? It's No Catch, right? Like No Quarter Catch Crew is the other. Okay, it's no. So it's No Catch Republic.
So we'll see who gets the final 2 spots on SmackDown. But we got a lot of Raw teams. Raw's all filled in, and all good matches tonight. That's why the story for tonight was mainly just filling in the WrestleMania card. You got this big tag match where I'm glad the New Day got in. Obviously, they should be in. They're one of the best tag teams in the company. I am glad that Awesome Truth got in, to be quite honest. I know they're not, I pretty much just bagged on them because they're not a real tag team, but if we're not going to have the Creed brothers and not have, those kind of tag teams, then yes, give me some fun, right? Give me R-Truth and Miz coming out rapping at WrestleMania and having a lot of fun. Give me that. Fun. So I'm all for it.
I'm enjoying the building of the spectacle. I feel like
I was kind of hoping though, and this is where, so obviously they faced the Alpha Academy, but Tozawa and Otis. So I was really hoping that Chad would have jumped in and took Tozawa's spot and said, look, I'm going to WrestleMania regardless. Like, y'all ain't stopping me from going to WrestleMania. And then he comes out and he takes Tozawa's spot, and then Alpha Academy gets that spot and they go to WrestleMania. That's what I was hoping for.
That's so good.
I know. That's where I thought we were going, but instead we're just going to get a heel Chad Gable eventually.
Is it a heel Chad Gable?
Yeah, I think that's what we're getting. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, they used to be heels, but I was owning up to the babyface Chad. I was liking it.
Yeah.
But I think that's where we're going, especially with that Sami Zayn interaction. I think that's where we're going. I know you sound so disappointed.
Do you think there's any hope of making that Intercontinental Championship match a triple threat, or it's just straight up Gunther and Sami Zayn?
I thought
I don't know. I feel like it would be acquiescing to, like, I think. Okay. Okay. Don't maybe clip this. I don't know. Don't do it actually. But I think that you have to listen to fans to some degree, of course. But I think if you make it truly malleable, you can't write long-term and then you can't feed both dragons. Either you're telling long-term stories or you're able to be super flexible. I mean, I think there's a delicate balance between the two that they are kind of compiling with this exact dynamic, because there's also, you know, Sammy even said tonight, like, I have a kid too. I mean, my kid gets upset when I lose as well.
Right.
You know, I think there's definitely still a fascinating story to be told there of Chad Gable being the voice of self-doubt, like Inside Out, right? Like Chad Gable can be the little grump who keeps telling Sami Zayn he's like not good enough. And so Sami Zayn gets to vanquish both Gunther and this like little, the opposite of Jimmy Cricket.
I'm with you, Amanda. I was hoping that we were going to get a triple threat. I was. But I think if we were going to get it, tonight was going to be the night that things got thrown. Because like you said, there's 19 days left. Days are flying by. I mean, I guess next week, they could just be like, they could throw in a wrench. But I feel like if they were going to do that, tonight would have been the night during the contract signing. I think Chad would have interrupted it of some sort and said, look, you know, he can't beat him. This is ridiculous. Like, I want my shot, you know, and just cry a big fuss. I think tonight would have been the night that would have happened, and we didn't get that. I was really hoping. I love Chad, and I believe, you know, he is one of the most underrated superstars in all of WWE. In fact, I'd probably say he's number one most underrated superstar in all WWE. So I was really hoping he'd get in somehow. That's why I was hoping for the tag match. But I was hoping that he would interrupt that in some, you know, capacity. And you can feel, like, even during that, while we all love Sammy and are glad that he's in this match, like, you could feel the crowd is like, I'm not really feeling this. Like this isn't the match I wanted. And online too, that's all we see. Like, this isn't the match that people wanted. And it sucks because we love Sammy. But at the end of the day, like, this isn't the story we want. You know, Chad Gable, he's the guy that the WWE universe wants. But sometimes we don't get what we want, and that's life, right? That's how life works.
That is life. I think they're trying to make a pivot. We'll see how successful the pivot is. Maybe we can persuade the public. You know, if anyone can do it, I think it's Sami Zayn. So we shall see. Okay, what else happened? Oh, I felt like Cody was giving funeral director. So I feel like he was wearing all black. He came out to give The Rock's sermon, his response to The Rock's concert. What did you think about Cody's in-ring promo tonight?
So first of all, like, growing up, I feel like we're officially in the Attitude Era. Like, this is not PG anymore. Like, The Rock has he's opened it up. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of reports going around that people backstage are unhappy. Like, look, The Rock can do it. Why can't I do it? Yeah. And so that's basically what Cody said tonight. Cody's like, look, if he's doing it, I'm doing it. We are, and like, it's funny seeing like WWE superstars. They've been, like, I seen Cedric Alexander. He tweeted a little while ago. He said, so we cussing now? And like, I love that. Like, it's the Attitude Era. Look, like, you know, and I know a lot of people are complaining, all my kids watching. It's like, all right, like, this is what I want. This is the wrestling I enjoy. Like, sometimes you gotta curse to get the point across. But
I also think that Cody is a Carrie Bradshaw-esque character. In that, if you care a lot about Sex and the City, you would notice that I think she uses the F word like 3 times in the entire series. And it was a calculated choice where it's meant to be, if she's going to say it, it means something. And I think for Cody to swear, it means something.
It does.
In a way that perhaps, not that The Rock doesn't, but I think it also means something, because isn't it kind of saying he does not have to play by these rules? That's a part of the whole character. That's a part of the whole beast that they're supposed to be facing in this final boss form, is that maybe that is their boss and he doesn't have to do anything he doesn't want to do. So yeah,
I'm loving it though so much to the point. I'm loving it so much to the point I just want to see Rock versus Cody. Like at this point, I don't even like. I want to see Roman, but at this point, just give me Cody Rock. Like, just throw them in the ring next week or something, and like just let them. Like, I want to see that match too. Like, give me 1-on-1. But again, it's just, I mean, this is the biggest storyline in professional wrestling right now. I mean, these two guys going back and forth, promo after promo, fire promos too, like bringing out the best out of each other, right? But like Cody had to come hard tonight, though. You realize this was probably the toughest and rugged promo by Cody since I've ever seen. Like, this is a whole nother side of Cody that we haven't seen yet, and it's because The Rock is bringing this out of him. The Rock, and that's why The Rock is here. That's why he's doing all these promos. That's why he's handling all the talking, because they know that The Rock is going to bring the best out of everyone in this feud. So, because Cody, I'm not going to lie, Cody got cooked on Friday. That whole The Rock won a couple rounds with that promo. Like, I'm sorry, but Cody's a couple rounds behind in the promo game after Friday night because The Rock buried him. But you know, Cody killed him tonight too, though. He said, "Look, I know your mom.
Yeah, like, she's nice.
Like,
she's a lovely woman."
Great promo by Cody. I'm loving this right now, man. I cannot wait, and I'm jealous of Friday. Know your role. I know they're going to be ready to host on Friday after Cody and Roman are face to face with no. We'll see if they don't have anyone with them. We'll see how that goes. Obviously, you know, take anything Paul Heyman says for his tribal chief with a grain of salt. We'll see how that goes. But face to face on Friday, we'll see how that goes with Roman and Cody.
We shall see. Yeah, that promo was. It's hard, I think, to match like a full musical performance, right? But I think he also did a good job of bringing it back to what the fans who've kind of been here throughout. Like, he continues to call him out for being a little out of touch. Like, he's pulling up stuff that doesn't really apply, which is just really, I think, brilliant storytelling on a bunch of levels. Because as you mentioned, like, it's still good. Right? Like, it's still fun, and it's fun to have that nostalgia moment with The Rock. It was fun that Memphis, I know it's from Friday, but it was fun that Memphis vibed with him, because I felt like his character is such that, as Cody said tonight, you're not a top heel, you're just an asshole. Right? So like, sometimes people like the asshole, though. I mean, you've seen that be successful in different characters, and it was fun to see Memphis vibe with The Rock in a way that I'm not sure we'll see again before WrestleMania, because they said next week is CM Punk. So next Monday is Chicago. CM Punk will be there. And then the following week is Barclays Center. So New York. And The Rock.
I was going to go to that too.
Oh, are you?
I was going to go to Raw. I was scheduled to go to Raw next Monday to see CM Punk. I had to sell my tickets.
Oh,
yeah, I was upset. I had my tickets and everything because I didn't want to miss it. But I had a babysitter fall through, so I can't. Oh, yeah, it's all good. I wanted to see, because it's gonna be crazy. Like, I want to see what's gonna happen next Monday. Like, I know our show's gonna be fire afterwards too, with CM talking about what CM Punk comes out. I think it's gonna be interesting because Drew and Seth are in the midst of what's brewing up a really great feud, and they keep mentioning CM Punk every time they can. At least Drew McIntyre does. Every time he gets a chance, he's mentioning CM Punk, which still leaves him in the equation. So
he does.
It's gonna be.
He debuted a new shirt tonight.
He did.
McIntyre.
He did.
The back was pretty wild. He checks off what he's doing on his way to be the savior of WrestleMania. So definitely, I think next week with CM Punk will be super interesting. How he gets involved in them. Do you think he'll get involved? Like, in the feud?
I find it really hard to believe that he doesn't.
Right.
I am like almost so much. Yeah, and like the fact that they keep mentioning him when they really don't need to, right? Like, he's not in this feud, right? But the fact that they keep mentioning him and the fact that Drew keeps bringing him up tells me that CM Punk is eventually going to be involved, and I'm sure it all depends on the outcome of WrestleMania. I think that'll tell us everything we need to know on the direction that how CM Punk will be involved. But most definitely, there's no way, especially after tonight. That promo, first of all, another good exchange between Seth and Drew once again. Drew lost tonight, though. Drew lost tonight. if we're looking at a winner and loser in the promo tonight, Seth, he even told him after the promo, you can't hang with me.
Right.
You can't. Another thing I'm loving, we're talking about the production of WWE and Monday Night Raw. Like another thing, I'm loving the loud, the loud mic that we're getting to get a like a hidden mic, and you could hear Seth like you ain't on my level, like can't touch me. Like this is again. So like I'm loving this feud too, Amanda. A lot of these, again, the storyline and what I'm loving about Raw mostly is just continuing the stories, and we are filling in quickly because, like you said, less than 3 weeks away from WrestleMania, quickly filling it in and building up the matches as much as possible, which is all you could ask for.
Yeah, it did a great job tonight. I would say the only thing that was my least best is that I don't understand the explanation for why Candice LeRae's being like so nasty is a little flimsy. And it made me sad that Michael Cole was almost endorsing her shenanigans. It felt like he was like, well, she says, I think he said she says, so it's not like he thinks that, but like she says she was sick of losing, so she had to start resorting to her own ways or whatever. And it's like, what? You can't endorse that. Like if everybody who's sick of losing just starts literally doing the meanest possible things to each other.
Becoming a sore loser.
Like, I don't know. That's kind of a lot. So that match tonight was fun. It felt like it was there just to further that piece of the story. And so I don't know where that story might be going. We still don't have there's not a women's tag team title match at Mania, right?
Yeah, and I think the news came out that Asuka's hurt. So I don't think that's. I think
that
she got
probably
hurt.
isn't like a thing anyway.
Yeah, so I don't even think that's even a possibility. We'll see. Like she might not be as. It might not be as serious as people are making it out to be, but I think they were saying she got hurt on Friday in the match. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'm with you on that. It felt like that was kind of forced. And another part tonight that I felt was kind of forced. So this is my least. I'm a big fan of this faction as a whole. I'm talking about the Judgment Day. I am feeling like Ricochet versus Dom tonight. It wasn't even JD. It was JD McDonough. Like it's like I don't know. I'm not feeling the whole Ricochet versus the Judgment Day. Like this doesn't even make any sense. Like he's nowhere even within the tag match for the tag belts. Like he's just like it doesn't. What are we doing here? No offense to Ricochet. I love Ricochet.
Yeah.
But the Judgment Day is supposed to be like top level. We run Monday Night Raw, but we're gonna face Ricochet.
And keep getting like beaten by him, right?
Yeah. And are losing to him. Yeah, that's my problem. And it's like I could do without these. Like it feels like they're just including. It's on both sides. I feel like they're including the Judgment Day any way they can, which is in this random way, and also including Ricochet any way they can. So I felt like that entire segment, match, all of it, I'm not feeling it.
That was kind of random.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know that I fully remembered that.
Yeah.
So,
See?
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you.
I also enjoy Ricochet a great deal. But yeah. Also agreed. Perhaps
that's definitely my least, but definitely if I was to say so, to summarize all my favorite parts of tonight in order, definitely number one wasn't Becky Nia's match. Definitely that was the match of the night. But my favorite moment of tonight was definitely the end, Rhea Becky stare down. I think I'm really hoping at least that people realize the magnitude of this match. Like this match is going to go crazy. Like this is literally like this is in the women's division. This is Roman Cody. Like this is as big.
That's very true.
Like these are the two biggest stars in the women's division facing each other at WrestleMania. The two biggest, 1 and 2, right now. We can argue all you want, and I got the receipts for you. These are 1 and 2. Like, you can't ask for more than that. And the stare down the end, you got the cocky Rhea who's going in unscathed, unbothered, and we'll see who comes out on top. Becky's hot right now. She's on a winning streak. I know that in the audience knows that watches every week that I'm a big Rhea fan, but Becky's no joke, and this isn't a person that Rhea has faced yet in her title reign. Becky is different, and we all know that. So this match for me, that was the best moment for the night. Was definitely that moment, and then we definitely have to talk about the beginning, right? Like the Usos, like
yes,
that was so long ago. Like I almost forgot about it. Like definitely a crazy way to start, right?
It was a crazy way to start. I do think that it was part of it is that it is a really fun way to start the show because everyone in the crowd gets super excited about Jay's entrance. But yeah, so Jay Uso comes to the ring and just basically expects to get popped up on, right? I mean, he said like, I know you're here, so come out, kind of a thing. And then Jimmy and Solo just sort of appeared, and then they had an exchange. What do you think about that? I'm excited about that match a great deal. I also, for some reason, I think it's like I have too many of these weird quotes that are like from obscure podcasts. Like, so maybe who knows how long ago Jey Uso, right? Like, I don't know. But I can tell you that at some point he had mentioned in some interview that their in-ring segments together were planned to be very much real. Like they were just pretty much going to like speak on each other in a way. And so I don't know why I thought that was going to be like so grimy. Like, I don't know why I was like, ooh, that means it's juicy. Like, no, I think they do have a genuinely loving relationship. And so perhaps that was speaking as much truth as possible. But yeah, I'm excited for their match. This was, I'm not saying I thought there'd be more, but it was a little short. I don't know.
It was, again, like this is like 2 or 3 weeks in a row where Jay's segment has been way too short on Raw. And it's like, but I did love tonight a little bit more because this gave them the chance to kind of get some stuff off their chest, right? Because they haven't really got the chance to really talk.
Right.
Just beat up on each other.
Story out hasn't actually, I don't think, been spoken, right? It's been very speculated on, but like to hear it from Jimmy. And I am still a Jimmy Uso effing apologist. Okay, don't clip this, but I do think that part of the like the psychology and the rationale and blah 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 and all the like deep layers of what the bloodline can mean, I do think that Jimmy's actions actually make sense. And that's like maybe a hot take, but from like that dysfunctional family lens,
Amanda is team no yeet, folks.
No, I am not. I am still team yeet. I'm just saying I can see both sides of it. I think the ultimate, like the most annoying possible thing I could ever create would be to debate myself about the bloodline from each person's perspective, because I'm confident I could do it and like somehow be yelling at myself over it, because I do think each person believes that they've done the best they can. And just like in a normal dysfunctional family, everyone is believing they're doing the best they can. Some of us just have a different connection to reality. And
if you get a chance, I want you to do a video and change the camera and argue for each of them. Like give their own each argument. I want to see that.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure out technology.
I want to see Jimmy's argument of why he stayed with the bloodline. I want to see Jay's. I want to see that.
I think Jimmy gave a great version of his argument tonight. It filled in some of the holes that I think existed, but if you don't buy it, you don't buy it. Like I still saw people on Twitter that were like, "That's bullshit," you know what I mean? But
yeah, I thought it was great though. One thing that I love that he brought up that I felt made it real was bringing up that Jay won the titles without him.
Yes,
that was my favorite.
Yes.
It felt like that low key has been bugging him, like, which it would, right? Like, we're a tag team. That's us. We your family. I'm your partner. And you go win the tag titles without me. So you don't only leave me, and neglect our family, but you go and win the titles without me? You dare? Like that was my favorite part, and that is what brought me in. That was my quote of the night, especially with that promo. That's what brought me in. So Jimmy, kudos to him on that, bringing that up, because
it's true.
That is what made that entire exchange tonight. Otherwise, it would have been nearly forgettable because it was so short. But that's what made it real. And then obviously he attacks them, or they attack each other, and Solo interrupts, and then Cody comes out and helps Jay, which I thought was random. Like, I get it, you're feuding with the bloodline, but like this, I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird that Cody came out. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I did. But glad he helped him, I guess.
It's almost like, because the crowd was chanting Cody, I was like, did they just like make Cody run out there so that he doesn't look like an asshole?
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it, because they were cheering Cody, which I was like, what
we don't need Cody right now. Okay,
yeah, not right now. Like, this is family problems.
This is family business.
We got to solve this on our own. Like, I don't want no outsider coming in messing with my family problems. Like, I don't know, but I love that segment, and I love that Jimmy brought that up, because, you know, for Jimmy's argument, like you said, like that could be a legitimate argument. Like, you left me, like you betrayed us first. You was the first one. So one of my favorite parts.
That was a good one. Oh, it was a good Raw tonight. There was a lot. There's a lot of good stuff.
Minus the Judgment Day part, and minus Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell against the Kaden and Katana.
And I want Andrade to be doing more than this.
Yeah, like, is he gonna join the Judgment Day?
Why is he just standing there? I mean, he's looking fly because it's Andrade. I wonder if they're. Do you think Andrade and Charlotte will be paired on screen? Because that's like my ultimate dream. And I don't know if they're kind of just like killing time with Andrade because she's not quite ready. But that'll be what I tell myself. Yeah.
Would you well, how would you take it if I told you he joins the Judgment Day? How would you feel? You don't like it.
I don't like it. If he was like the sleeper cell of the Judgment Day, like he like invades it and then takes it down. I don't know.
You look so disgusted when I said it. You were. I
have such high hopes for. I just had really high hopes for Andrade. He's one of those people that I'm always like, if you would just book him better, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the one who always feels like there's something, not something being done to him, but like there's some piece that is beyond his control, because the things that I can see that are within his control are typically quite exceptional. I can't think of anything that hasn't been. So it's like, yeah, what's going on with that? Yeah, I don't know. He was just creeping around. He was just like standing by Judgment Day, and they were like, I don't know,
begging him to join. Like, yeah, so far since his return and Naomi's return at the Rumble, it's like, this is what you brought them back for? Like, so far, that's, you know, it's like, so far, it's like, this is why we brought them back. Like, I don't know. I just have a small feeling that he's going to join. I do, because they keep teasing it. They keep teasing it over and over and over. And the stare down between him and Damian, I felt like that stare down was one of those there was a lot said in that stare down that wasn't said. And, you know, and remember, after that, after asking him to join the Judgment Day, the attention immediately goes, JD, you messing up, bro. Like, you keep losing all these matches. Like, you ain't even supposed to be in this group anyway. Like, you lost. Like, so, like, I don't know. It's weird timing after begging Andrade to join the Judgment Day. And then they're like, JD, you keep losing. Quit. Like, so I don't know. I got a small feeling that's what's going to happen. We'll see. I love it just because I love the Judgment Day, and it also shows that they still have plans for the Judgment Day moving forward, which would be great. I'm a big factions guy. I think that's part of what makes WWE special, is all the great legendary factions. I mean, NWO going back. I mean, Evolution, Legacy. There's so many, but like, that's part of what makes WWE special. So we'll see, but definitely an action-packed Raw tonight. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good time. We don't have like we should make a star rating. And we should just say like bizarre numbers.
Mm.
But like, I don't know. I can't actually do that. I don't remember if it was Chrissy or Stephanie, but somebody has a star rating, and I was like, oh, like I didn't know.
The only reason I don't do it is because no matter what star rating you give it, somebody's going to be complaining. I don't do well with complainers.
47 stars.
There we go.
And no, I will not tell you out of how many.
Exactly. 47. 47. The official Monday Night Bestie star rating for Raw tonight. 47.
47 stars.
Book it.
47 stars. Out of how many? You don't know. But I do. So figure it out. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out or don't. Okay, well, I like to harass the people. Oh, hey, let's just run through who's here. Is Jeffrey here? I don't see you, Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey bailed on us.
Jeffrey
bailed on us.
Well, you know who's here. MD. Always here.
That's right.
Appreciate you. I genuinely thought about you when I did my eyebrows earlier today. So thank you for that. You saved me from grabbing the wrong palette yet again. Yeah, so let me just give you a pep talk. Besties, it's Monday. This is what we do here to wrap it up.
It's my favorite part.
Okay, that's scary. That's a lot. You know, I don't plan them. I don't actually. I just start rambling and I don't know. So Mondays can be so hard, besties, but it's good. You made it through. You made it through 3 hours of Raw. You made it through this fun chat. We're so happy you're here. Whatever you're going through in life, it's definitely overwhelming out there. There's some mercury in the Gatorade. You know how it is. The planets are aligning in strange Chick-fil-A formations to cause issues with all of the finite things in the world. I tried to think of more astrological words, and I came up with Chick-fil-A. That wasn't a great one. But you are great. Don't let the universe get you down. Don't let the oppressive energies that you see from ladies holding crystals on Instagram. It's going to be okay. Don't get psyched out. You're doing great. You're doing the best you can. And you always have a bestie here in us on Monday Night Besties.
That's right.
What was the worst pep talk?
It was not. It was not as bad as you thought it was. So hard on yourself.
I am hard on myself. That's actually like a hallmark of my personality.
You're too hard on yourself.
Never satisfied.
You did great as always. Love being with my co-host every Monday night. Love being with you all.
Where can we find you? Where can the good people find all of your good works?
Me?
I'll read your future.
I don't know where you can find my good works, but you can follow me and try to find some. I'm at DC Hendrix on Twitter, X, wherever you want to call it. Official DC Hendrix on Instagram, where I need to post more often on. I'm trying. That's really about it. I do some stuff for Daily DDT. I have an article coming out probably tomorrow. I'm writing about 3 underrated women superstars that I think are really underrated, that I think deserve a push, especially with Money in the Bank time coming up. So
I'm excited for that.
Keep an eye out for that.
Yes, very good. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We love you. You're the besties. Let us know if there's anything else that you want to see on this fine program. Give us the little, what's it called? A like, a share, a subscribe. It is free. Give us a free trial.
Slamchat.com.
Subscribe there and go to slamchat.com.
There you go.
See you next week.
See you all next week.
I don't know how to wrap it up, but I will try.
Peace and love.